In this problem, we have an urn with n balls, and they're numbered 1 through n. And what we're interested in is the following. We're going to sample k of them, and we're going to do the sampling with replacement. And so for part A, we'd like to know what is the probability that our sampling produces a strictly increasing sequence. So sampling produces strictly increasing sequence. So notice also that any possible sampling of these k balls is equally likely. So we can apply the naive definition of probability here. So we need to count the size of the set here, the set we're interested in, the set where our sampling has produced a strictly increasing sequence. So how can we count this? Well, notice that the number of strictly increasing sequences here, so the number of strictly increasing sequences is the same as the number of ways to select k unique balls from n. And also note that this right side here, what number is this? How many ways are there to select k unique balls from n? Well, this is just n choose k. Now, why is this left side equal the right side? Because suppose you've selected k balls, k unique balls from n. And so let's suppose those are, we've selected 4, we've selected 1, we've selected 5, 2, etc. So every one of these selections of unique balls we can reorder, and we will get a strictly increasing sequence. So we can associate every selection of k unique balls with a strictly increasing sequence of size k. And every strictly increasing sequence of size k can be associated with a selection of those k balls out of n. So these two sides of the equation, these two sides here, the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the equation, are counting the same thing. And so the number of strictly increasing sequences is n choose k. And so the probability of this event of interest is n choose k over n to the power k, because for each sampling, for each of these k samplings, we have n choices. Now part B says, what is the let's define this event. So we're interested in the event that the sampling produces an increasing, a monotone increasing sequence, monotonically increasing sequence. So what this means is the sequence doesn't need to be strictly increasing. We could have something like 1, 1, 2, 4, 5, 5, 5, etc. So this is not a strictly increasing sequence. But the thought process is similar to part A. We can think of this as associated with sampling without, or sampling with replacement, where order doesn't matter. And why is that? Because for every such sampling, right, if we have two ones, so we have 2 1s, we have one 4, we have 3 5s. For every such sampling, we can reorder them into this monotonically increasing sequence. And every monotonically increasing sequence can be thought of as as a sampling with replacement where order doesn't matter. So in this example, if we had sampled these two ones, the 1 4 and 3 5s, this would produce the following sequence, and we can go in the other direction. For this sequence, this produces the following sampling where order doesn't matter. So there's a 1-to-1 correspondence between them. And so how many ways are there to select k items out of n with replacement where order doesn't matter? Well, this is the Einstein-Bose counting method, which tells us there are n plus k minus 1 choose k ways of such sampling. And so the probability of the desired event is n plus k minus 1 choose k over, again, n to the kth power.